get real-time Secretary of State data. So we offer real-time, as in whatever reflects on the Secretary of State, we are going to have it for you. We can even get screenshots. So that data will be there available as screenshots, documents where it's available, officers where it's available. We're gonna get all the data that you can get from the Secretary of State. We can get it. We have integrations into all 51 states. And when a business registers, when they start, they have to register their business. And the Secretary of State tracks things, especially, this is what most people want, is things like the status, like is the business in good standing? And this is to help them assess risk. The big things they're looking for are fraud. Is this business real or is it not real? We went through and we did a research project where we wanted to find all the different statuses that exist with the Secretary of State. We found 402 different statuses in all 50 states. This is kind of a big deal. Let's say that you, as the savvy commercial underwriter you are underwriting a business for a commercial loan, and you see the status come back from the Secretary of State as suspended. What does that mean? Is that a concern? Should you hold off on this loan when everything else looks great? Well, we're going to talk about this more in this video. So it's really important that you understand the different statuses that each Secretary of State provides and what they mean. Today, we're going to walk through the statuses specific to a certain state. Colorado's 8 business entity statuses you need to know. Number 1, good standing. The entity is fully compliant with all state requirements, including timely filing of reports and payment of fees, and is legally authorized to conduct business in Colorado. This status indicates a lower risk for lenders as it demonstrates the business's commitment to regulatory compliance and suggests financial stability and responsible management. Let's proceed to number 2. Expired. The entity's registration or charter has expired due to failure to renew or update necessary information. It is no longer valid for conducting business, but has not been formally dissolved. Lenders should exercise caution with expired entities, as this status may indicate financial difficulties, operational issues, or a lack of attention to legal requirements, potentially increasing the risk associated with lending. Number 3. Name changed. The entity has officially changed its name through the proper legal process and is now operating under the new name. While a name change itself doesn't necessarily impact creditworthiness, lenders should ensure they have updated information and verify the reasons behind the change, as it could potentially affect brand recognition or indicate a significant shift in business strategy. Now let's proceed to number 4, delinquent. The entity has failed to meet certain legal obligations, such as filing annual reports or paying fees. It is not in good standing and must address these issues to regain compliance. Delinquent status raises red flags for lenders, as it may indicate financial distress, poor management, or operational issues, potentially increasing the risk associated with lending to such entities. Number 5, withdrawn. The entity has voluntarily withdrawn its registration from Colorado and is no longer authorized to conduct business in the state. This status reflects the entity's decision to cease operations in Colorado. Lenders should be extremely cautious when considering loans to withdrawn entities, as this status indicates a significant change in business operations and may impact the entity's ability to generate revenue and repay debts in the state. Now let's proceed to number 6, voluntarily dissolved. The entity has voluntarily taken steps to dissolve its registration and cease its business operations in Colorado. This process has been formally completed and the entity is no longer active. Lenders should generally avoid extending credit to voluntarily dissolved entities, as they have formally ended their business operations in the state, significantly impacting their ability to generate income and repay loans. Number 7, revoked. The entity's status has been revoked by the state, typically due to serious or ongoing non-compliance with state regulations. The entity is no longer authorized to operate and must rectify the issues for potential reinstatement. Revoked status is a major red flag for lenders, indicating severe compliance issues or financial problems, and lending to such entities carries substantial risk and potential legal complications. Number 8, administratively dissolved. The entity has been dissolved by administrative action, usually due to failure to meet legal obligations, such as filing annual reports or paying fees. The entity is no longer recognized as active in Colorado. Lenders should approach administratively dissolved entities with extreme caution, as this status suggests significant operational or financial issues, potentially impacting the entity's ability to conduct business legally and repay debts. All right, let's look at an example if we wanted to do something like this, and kind of how Cobalt Intelligence can help you with this. This right here is an example using this API. Now, Cobalt Intelligence is an API first, where the idea is that you can get all this data via API and get it integrated right into your system. Let's say you search for this business 199 Franklin RC in California. So we're gonna hit send, and this is what we get back. Now, the status is suspended FTB, and this right here, specifically for California, is the Franchise Tax Board, which means it's delinquent with its taxes in California. Not enough to be terminated, but enough to put it in suspension. So this is somewhat of a risk here. Now, this could be hard to go through because, like we said, there's 402 different statuses out there. So what you can do is use this normalized status where we go through and interpret these things and we mark it as inactive. And we're gonna put those as two different options. It's either gonna be active or it's going to be inactive. And so then you can programmatically, as you integrate this into your API and as this is processing through your software, you're gonna get a feedback that says, hey, this business is active or inactive and may prompt further note. So it can kind of take it down certain paths. Now, if I was building this, I would use that as, like I said, a programmatic decision maker and put it in the, oh, this needs questioning right here. If it's inactive, I'm gonna automatically put this in stipulations where someone's gonna have to go and follow up further. And then you can display this string of suspended FTB, and then your underwriters could go through and check it and say, okay, this is something we need to dig further into, and this, or maybe not, or maybe we just decline the file altogether. I hope this has been helpful for you to see how these different statuses in the state can really vary and how it can be different for you and impact your business. I invite you to try the Secretary of State API. We have a free trial that it comes with, so you can go ahead and try it out. We also offer paid pilots, so you can try out a big number of searches and see really if the data is something that can be helpful for you. I'm Jordan Hansen. If this has been helpful at all, hit that like and subscribe button. We will help you out with what you're trying to do. Thank you.